Hello and welcome to ThePrint. This is Saptak bringing you the latest madness from the FIFA World Cup. When Colombia defeated Uzbekistan 3-1 in the FIFA World Cup group stage match on Thursday, its former legendary striker Radamel Falcao, who was in the commentary box, was in tears after seeing his nation perform at the world's biggest football tournament after 8 years. He wiped away tears while watching his country begin another World Cup chapter. That visual took many fans a decade back when Falcao was one of the greatest strikers in football, especially in Europe. Many thought that the tears came out of his love for the country, but it resembled memory, loss, revenge, and a World Cup stint which failed for Falcao. For Colombia, the 2026 World Cup is about participating after almost a decade, but for Falcao, it's a reminder of a World Cup moment that might just have belonged to him. In 2014, when Colombia qualified for the World Cup in Brazil, Falcao played a crucial part in the squad. Before that, Colombia had spent 16 years without playing in the World Cup. With his goal-scoring ability for Porto, Atletico Madrid, and Monaco, he became one of the most feared strikers in the world football. He was even compared to the likes of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. More importantly, he became the symbol of Colombian football when the national team qualified for the 2014 World Cup. Falcao was at the center of that moment. At 27, when he was at the peak of his career, the 2014 World Cup arrived. It looked like as if the tournament was meant for a player like him. And the timing was also perfect until the injury came. In January 2014, Falcao suffered a ligament tear. Suddenly, the dream was about to collapse. Fans were anxious about his return, but football can be cruel, and Falcao was ruled out of the tournament. The 2014 World Cup campaign remains one of the greatest ironies in Colombian football history. The country's finest World Cup campaign occurred without its biggest star. The star phenomena shifted to James Rodriguez, who led Colombia to the quarterfinals for the first time. Rodriguez scored 6 goals, won the Golden Boot, and became one of the stars of the tournament, grabbing headlines across the world. The nation fell in love with a team that showed the world that it's never over until it's actually over. In 2018, Falcao was determined to be a part of the World Cup squad. For that, he rebuilt his career and rediscovered his first touch. Eventually, he fulfilled his dream of playing in the 2018 World Cup in Russia. He scored against Poland, becoming one of the oldest Colombian players to score at the tournament. However, things had changed by then. 4 years had already passed, and Falcao was 31 by then. He was no longer unstoppable, he didn't terrorize defenders across Europe anymore. The World Cup dream came true, but in a different form. And this is the exact reason why his tears in the 2026 FIFA World Cup mean so much for football fans. The victory over Uzbekistan was just another group stage win, but for Falcao, the match was proof that Colombia's place on football's biggest stage did not end after him or Rodriguez. The team has evolved with new heroes and new stories are being written. When Radamel Falcao cried after Colombia's win over Uzbekistan, he was witnessing a bunch of players with the same passion which he had 12 years ago. 12 years after the World Cup, he never got a chance to play. Colombia is back with a bang, and for one of its greatest icons, that means everything.